It might surprise you, but regularly eating the wrong kinds of nuts can increase your risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 48%, especially for seniors. This isn't a made-up number. It comes from years of research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. The scary part is that some of the most popular nuts you keep in your pantry can quietly raise your blood pressure, cause inflammation, block arteries, and even worsen cognitive decline, and many seniors eat them thinking they're a healthy choice. There's one specific nut which we'll reveal later that has been linked to a dangerous toxin. When eaten regularly, this toxin can damage your liver, kidneys, and even your brain. It's probably in your snack jar right now. This is the same nut that's often praised by low-carb dieters, but it could be causing permanent harm to aging bodies. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, you'll get a complete guide to eating nuts. We'll show you which ones are the safest and best for your heart and brain, as well as which ones you should avoid at all costs. And be sure to watch until the very end, because we'll uncover a dark truth about the most dangerous nut that very few people talk about, and it could be silently damaging your health. Before we start, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Also, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Now let's dive into the 4 best types of nuts seniors should be eating. 4. Almonds. The bone-strengthening powerhouse almonds are one of the best foods for an aging body. Their high content of calcium and vitamin E works together to keep your bones strong. As we get older, our bones naturally become more porous and brittle, making fractures more likely. Natural bone loss speeds up after age 65, but eating just a quarter cup of almonds a day can help slow it down by providing about 97 milligrams of calcium. What makes almonds so special is that they also contain magnesium, a mineral many seniors are lacking. Magnesium acts as a crucial transporter, ensuring calcium gets to your bones instead of building up in your arteries. The healthy monounsaturated fats in almonds also benefit heart health by lowering bad LDL cholesterol, which is important as the risk of heart disease increases with age. I recommend seniors eat a daily serving of 15 to 20 almonds, ideally raw or dry roasted without salt. Almonds are also a great weapon against constipation, as their high fiber content, about 3.5 grams per serving, affects nearly 40% of the elderly population. Research has also shown that almonds can help prevent the oxidative damage that many people worry about happening to their brain cells as they get older. For maximum benefits, look for almonds with the skin on, as the flavonoids in the skin, when combined with vitamin E, make the almonds twice as powerful an antioxidant. A quick warning, almonds can be a choking hazard for seniors who have trouble swallowing, so be sure to chew them thoroughly. 3. Walnuts, the brain booster. With their remarkable resemblance to the human brain, it's no surprise that walnuts are one of the best brain foods for seniors. These amazing nuts are the top source of alpha-linolenic acid ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, compared to any other popular nut. This is vital for aging brains, as omega-3s help with neurotransmission and keep brain cell membranes healthy. A recent study found that seniors who ate just 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks showed significant improvements in cognitive processing speed and mental flexibility. The unique polyphenolic compounds in walnuts may also slow the progression of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia by directly fighting inflammation in brain tissues. What many people don't know is that walnuts also contain melatonin. Melatonin levels naturally decline with age, which can lead to sleep problems. Some seniors find that eating a handful of walnuts before bed helps them get a better night's rest. The combination of arginine amino acid that promotes healthy blood vessel function and polyphenols makes walnuts great for cardiovascular health. In fact, walnuts can help seniors keep their arteries flexible, which can enhance the effects of blood pressure medication. For best results, store walnuts in the fridge to keep their delicate oils from going bad. Try to eat 7 to 9 walnut halves a day. As an extra bonus, cracking them yourself can help keep your fine motor skills sharp. Don't be turned off by their slightly bitter flavor. That bitterness is a sign of their powerful antioxidants. Though some cashews, the blood pressure regulator pistachios, may be the most underrated nut for seniors, especially for regulating blood pressure. What makes them so unique is their ideal balance of high potassium, around 285 milligrams per serving, and low sodium. This mineral balance is extremely important for the elderly because it helps prevent the kidneys from retaining salt, a common problem as we age. It can lower systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, similar to some prescription medications, but without the side effects. Pistachios also contain lutein and zeaxanthine to carotenoids that protect against age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in people over 60. The delightful crunch of pistachios is a plus, as they are easier on the teeth and gums than other harder nuts. Their vibrant green and purple colors come from powerful antioxidants that help neutralize free radicals, which speed up the aging process. The act of shelling them naturally slows down consumption, making them a great choice for seniors who want to avoid overeating. The empty shells provide a visual cue, helping you better control your portion size. If you have arthritis, you can still enjoy this benefit by looking for pistachios that are already half opened. Aim for about 49 pistachios a day, or roughly 1 ounce of unsalted or lightly salted nuts. For the 25% of Americans over 65 who are diabetic or pre-diabetic, the 3 grams of fiber per ounce is very helpful for regulating blood sugar levels. 1. Brazil nuts, the thyroid helper. We've ranked Brazil nuts at number 1 because of their ability to support thyroid function, a crucial but often overlooked aspect of healthy aging. With just 1 nut, you get 96 micrograms of selenium, 137% of your daily requirement, making them the richest food source of selenium on the planet. This is incredibly important because thyroid disorders affect up to 20% of people over 65, and many cases go undiagnosed because the symptoms are mistaken for natural aging. Selenium, which is abundant in Brazil nuts, is essential for activating thyroid hormones, which support energy production, metabolism, and mood regulation. In addition to supporting the thyroid, the specific fatty acids in Brazil nuts help maintain myelin, the protective sheath around nerve cells that declines with age. This may help seniors maintain sharp reflexes, reaction times, and cognitive processing speeds. The selenium in Brazil nuts is naturally bonded, making it more bioavailable and easier for your body to use than synthetic selenium pills. These nuts are so potent that you only need a few to feel the effects. In fact, I advise seniors to eat no more than 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day, as too much selenium can have negative effects. When buying them, try to get them in the shell, as this natural packaging helps them stay fresh longer. Because of their high fat content, it's best to store them in the fridge to prevent them from going bad. Brazil nuts also have a combination of fiber and natural oils that aid in maintaining digestive regularity. Their naturally sweet and buttery flavor makes them a great alternative to less healthy snacks. Most astonishingly, new research suggests that certain antioxidants in Brazil nuts may slow the shortening of telomeres, the caps on chromosomes that shrink with age and influence cellular aging. If you're 65 or older, these nuts are perfect for you. Nuts seniors should avoid or eat with caution now. We'll discuss the nuts that some seniors may want to avoid or eat in moderation. For peanuts, the inflammatory trigger. Despite their popularity, peanuts pose several risks for seniors. First, they aren't actually nuts, they're legumes that grow underground, making them prone to mold and aflatoxins. These are toxins that can harm the liver and increase the risk of cancer if consumed frequently. As our body's ability to detoxify naturally declines with age, this risk increases. Even more concerning is that peanuts contain proteins that can trigger inflammatory reactions in many people, even without a true allergy. For aging individuals already at a higher risk for joint pain, heart stress, and cognitive decline. This low-grade inflammation can make all 3 conditions worse. Peanuts also have a high concentration of omega-6 fatty acids, which adds to the already imbalanced ratio of omega-6 south to omega-3 south in most people's diets. Many doctors also fail to warn their elderly patients about the potentially dangerous interaction between peanuts and blood thinners like warfarin, due to the vitamin K in peanuts. These problems are made even worse by commercial peanut butters, which often contain hydrogenated oils, extra sodium, and sugar. Even natural peanut butter can raise blood pressure, a major concern for the 63% of American seniors with hypertension. Peanuts can also go rancid if not stored properly, creating harmful free radicals. The process of dry roasting peanuts for commercial use can also produce acrylamide, a chemical that may worsen cognitive decline. Even if you've been eating peanuts without any noticeable side effects, switching to one of our suggested nuts for even a few days a week can help you get the nutrients you need while lowering your exposure to these harmful substances. 3. Cashews, the hidden sugar spike. Because of their very high carbohydrate content and glycemic impact, cashews pose a unique risk to seniors. Compared to true tree nuts, cashews have fewer protective fibers and a lot more carbs, about 9 grams per ounce. This can cause a blood sugar spike, which is especially harmful for the 25% of people over 65 with diabetes and the 48% with prediabetes. This is particularly concerning because cashews have a healthy reputation. So many seniors eat them in excess without considering the effect on their blood sugar. The smooth, curved shape of cashews also makes them a choking hazard, especially for those with swallowing difficulties. They are one of the most commonly aspirated nuts among seniors. Nutritionally, cashews are not great because they have a high level of oxalates, which can bind to calcium in the gut and reduce its absorption. This is a big problem for seniors who are already at risk for osteoporosis. These same oxalates also increase the risk of kidney stones, a danger that grows dramatically after age 60. There's another unseen problem with cashew processing. The lengthy process required to remove urushiol, a toxic chemical also found in poison ivy, removes many of the nut's nutrients. Many store-bought versions are also oil roasted and heavily salted, adding unhealthy fats and sodium. Cashews also contain enzyme inhibitors that can hinder protein digestion, which is already a frequent problem for seniors. The creamy texture makes them easy to overeat, which can contribute to weight gain during a life stage when maintaining a healthy weight is crucial. Swapping cashews for walnuts or almonds can provide superior nutrition with fewer risks. To macadamia nuts. The calorie bomb. Despite their delicious flavor, macadamia nuts pose a significant risk to seniors due to their extremely high calorie and fat density. With about 200 calories per ounce, they are the most calorically dense nut available. This makes weight management even more difficult for the elderly, whose metabolic rates naturally slow down with age. Their exceptionally high fat content, about 22 grams per ounce, can also strain the gallbladder, which is already less efficient in older adults. For the 15% of seniors with asymptomatic gallstones, macadamia nuts can trigger painful episodes that might otherwise go unnoticed. They also have one of the highest saturated fat contents, about 3 grams per ounce, which can raise LDL cholesterol levels. Because of their hardness, macadamia nuts are also a serious threat to the dental health of seniors with crowns, bridges, or weak teeth. Their high cost can also lead seniors on a budget to buy cheaper varieties that are more likely to be rancid, exposing them to dangerous oxidized fats. Commercially available macadamias are often oil-roasted and heavily salted, adding more sodium and damaged fats. Their rich, buttery flavor can lead to overeating, especially for older people who may prefer bolder flavors. It's a concern that many seniors eat macadamias believing they are helping their heart, but research on the benefits of nuts for heart health has largely overlooked or downplayed the role of high-fat nuts like macadamias. Pistachios have a much better nutritional profile for aging body. 1. Pine nuts, the medication disruptor. Pine nuts are among the most problematic nuts for the elderly for several reasons. The most concerning is that they contain compounds that can interact with over 60% of the medications prescribed to seniors, potentially reducing their effectiveness or causing harmful side effects. This is particularly true with statins, some antidepressants, and blood pressure medications. Most doctors and pharmacists never warn their patients about these food-drug interactions. The most notorious issue is pine nut syndrome, which causes a bitter metallic taste that can last for weeks after eating them. While this might seem minor, it can be disastrous for older adults, as changes in taste are linked to reduced appetite and nutritional status. This can lead to significant weight loss in as many as 42% of those affected. The syndrome seems to be more common in the elderly, possibly due to changes in taste receptors and detoxification pathways. Pine nuts are high in polyunsaturated fats, which can oxidize quickly and create inflammatory compounds, a concern for seniors already dealing with conditions like arthritis. Their small size and slick texture also make them an aspiration risk, which is especially worrisome for older individuals who have trouble swallowing. Pine nuts also contain enzyme inhibitors that can hinder protein digestion at a time when the body's ability to absorb protein naturally decreases. With their high oil content, pine nuts are a calorie-dense food that can contribute to weight management issues after age 65. Most alarmingly, new research suggests that compounds in some pine nut varieties may accelerate age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in the elderly. After the age of 65, it's best to steer clear of these 4 nuts. The dietary choices you make can profoundly affect your health, vitality, and brain function in your later years. Remember, consistent, small adjustments can lead to huge long-term results. Now, we'd like to hear from you. Have you noticed a difference in your health from changing your diet to include or avoid certain nuts? Tell us which nut has had the biggest impact on your life. Share your thoughts and stories in the comments section. We value your input.